Hey Thumpers, welcome back to another trailer reaction from Hyper RPG. I hope Malika's not pissed that I'm wearing her nice little onesie, aka her costume.
I don't know whose stuff I'm wearing right now.
A little musty.
A little musty, girl.
But we're here to do.
I was wearing a blue shirt and that did not pick up well here.
Exactly. We're we consider this Studio B.
Studio B.
They're shooting a show right now on the main set of Hyper RPG. So we're out here in another room. Cameron and I are here to do a trailer reaction for Fate of the Furious. You actually really enjoy these movies.
I love it. I'll tell you right now. I think I was somebody who did the cliche thing of being like, oh, these movies are kind of dumb. But then Part 5 came out. I still think Part 5 might be the best of the series. I think it's a straight out
agree with you there.
Movie, film kind of thing. It's so good. I think Justin Lin deserves a lot of credit for 3 and 4 that they did so well at the box office that he was able to kind of demand that these films go to practical effects a lot. Because by 5, the stunt work from 5 on is killer. I think 5 is also the simplest plot-wise. Maybe actually the first one's the simplest plot-wise.
Sure.
5 was like, we're just going to do oceans. And I think that was the thing too, is Part 5 is the one where they're like, we're just going to do different genres.
Yeah.
We're not going to worry too much about the racing stuff so much anymore. We'll still do a little bit of that. But 5 was great. 6 was a little, but 5 also introduced The Rock. Yeah. And that's huge.
That's a big moment for that series.
That's huge. As Hobbs.
Yeah.
With his sweaty baby oil beard.
Why do I smell baby oil? You smell an ass whooping if you don't keep your pie hole shut.
Constant. Oh, he's so good.
So good.
I love 5. 6 dips a little bit for me. There's still some great stuff in 6.
Yeah.
7 with all the heavy emotional stuff at the end. You know, there were some waterworks in that theater. So yeah, but this is a series I really love, and I love that because this is trailer 2. Trailer one for this film, it was like, where are they gonna push the series? Because it'd be so easy for this series, as well as it's done, to kind of just rest on its laurels. To do, I call it sitcomming, where your series basically becomes like a sitcom, where you're like, that's gonna be the same thing every time.
Yeah.
That's all people want. And I guess spoilers for the first trailer, that this series seems to be that Vin Diesel has betrayed the family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're pushing it in directions, and I like that. Good.
I know, that was kind of the surprising thing for me was I after Furious 7, I was like, okay, where do you go with this series? Paul Walker has passed away. That character and his family is going to retire. Jordana Brewster may or may not show up in these movies anymore. Like, we'll have to see.
If she shows up in 10.
Yeah, like we'll have to kind of see what happens with those characters and how they kind of play that out. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna continue on this series, you got to push in a direction that everyone's gonna go, what the fuck are you doing?
I think adding Charlize as a villain in this piece is great. We know we haven't seen her yet. Maybe she's in this trailer. Helen Mirren's in this movie. We know that's happening. Kurt Russell's back.
Kurt Russell's back. Yeah.
I think that's the other thing too that helps the series is they keep adding people, but
not getting rid of other people.
Not getting rid of other people, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like they're adding people and then it's. Except maybe debatably Jordana Brewster's character. It doesn't feel like it's taking away from the original crew.
Right.
We'll see what happens with Avengers Infinity War, but I'm very fascinated to see how that's going to... Is it going to feel... People are getting short-shrifted and all this other stuff. The Furious films, for whatever reason, have seemed to work in that it doesn't feel like, again, except for Jordana Brewster, no character gets the short shrift.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is because the team that writes those movies... They have a really good.
Mason, I think, is the screenwriter.
Yeah, they have like a really good idea of what the strengths of each of those characters are.
Yes.
So they're able to give those characters really good moments. So even though Tyrese and Ludacris, maybe they don't have the most screen time, but when they are on screen, they're very impactful because they know how to write those characters. Tej and I forget the other character's name. Damn it, I can't remember.
Roman Pierce.
Roman Pierce.
We hungry.
Yeah, they know how to write those characters really well. So I think that's why they're able to kind of really make those guys work when they're on screen. And they're bringing back all the characters, so I'm super excited. I hope we see a little bit more of Charlize Theron in this.
F. Gary Gray, the director.
Yeah, F. Gary Gray.
I keep doing that. F. Gary Gray, who did Straight Outta Compton.
So good.
Worked with Vin Diesel before and A Man Apart.
Yep.
Also did Set It Off, which is a great bank robbery movie that y'all should see from the 90s. Friday was his first film. Yeah. So this is a guy with like a pretty good pedigree.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's done the car chase movie with Italian Job.
Yep, exactly. So I'm curious what we're gonna see. Let's do it.
All right, team, listen up. This crew is about family, but the game has changed now.
Have a theme, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy died. Jesus. See, there's no reason for The Rock to ever do another G.I. Joe. These became the G.I. Joe movies. What was that thing?
Went rogue.
You gonna turn your back on family?
Oh, so.
Yeah. You can tell he's torn.
I know it looks bad, Don't give up on him so easy.
We've only got one chance to make this family whole again.
Don't
Yeah.
do this, Dom.
You ready?
One thing I can guarantee, no one's ready for this.
She's the very definition of high-tech terrorism.
Oh, sweet. Remote control cars. Yeah.
There's thousands of cars in this city, and now
What?
mine.
Yeah.
Holy
so
shit.
dumb.
Every cop ever chasing us. Wait.
Oh, I remember seeing BTS video.
Oh, yeah. There was Instagram, I think. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I love it. I love it.
London, Abu Dhabi, Cuba. Our paths have crossed before, Dom. You just didn't know it. I think I need to remind you why you chose to be here.
I got no choice.
If you're gonna
Yeah.
catch
You want to tell me why you just put me in a room with this tea and crumpets eating criminal?
You don't think that tight t-shirt's cutting up the circulation in your brain? You should get bigger size.
you guys are gonna work together.
Love to.
I love the fact that Kurt Russell's in these.
Hey, remember when that guy killed their friend?
Right? I know, for real.
I've been waiting for this.
We got a tank.
Now it's my turn. Boom, baby.
They just don't give up, do they?
You thought this was gonna be a street fight.
They're going balls to the walls.
It's our torpedo! Take the wheel. What?
The Rock can do anything.
You get style points for that one.
He's a fucking superhero in these movies.
I don't know why you're doing this, but I know one thing. You love me. Fire!
Hang on to your ass.
I love it. I love that they got his classic car.
Yeah. That's crazy.
These are, dude.
God
Oh,
damn.
These movies have just they're the G.I. Joe movies we always wanted.
They are.
They basically became the G.I. Joe movies.
Yeah. This is a series that, like, you know, what we were talking about earlier. It's a series that I think they just finally realized, like, we try to kind of be serious and try to be a little bit something different. Let's just fucking double down on what we know we can do really well, which is
Yes.
the action and the family dynamics of these characters, like, relationships. I mean, and I think that's what this series excels at, is they can do, now that they've reached a point where they almost have like an unlimited amount of money and or
Well, the last one
resources.
made $1 billion. That made $1 billion.
Yeah, I think Furious 7.
Part 7. What Part 7 in any series makes $1 billion?
Exactly, and then Fast 5 before that, I think also, like, they're in the top 10, I think, of highest grossing movies. It is insane. So I feel like they kind of now they have the freedom to kind of do whatever they want. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy the direction that they're going in, but fuck it, have fun, man.
This is why. So I'm not a big fan on the Resident Evil series. That's
Yeah.
another. And when I talk about that, you know, there's often the discussion of like, well, why do you like the Fast and the Furious movies? Those are also dumb. I think the thing about it is the Fast and the Furious movies tend to ground themselves in as surface level as it is.
Yeah.
Character, like that whole
Totally.
family thing. Maybe they hit it too hard. Maybe it's a sledgehammer, but that's where they ground these movies in. They have these
Yeah.
ridiculous scenes, but they ground it in character and build up, and they keep those characters. In comparison to the Resident Evil series, despite the fact that Mila Jovovich is present throughout all of them, I just rewatched that whole series on Blu-ray, and a lot of that is like characters are introduced to you, have no idea who they are, they do the coolest, most badass thing, and then everyone in the movie reacts like, we've known this character forever.
Yeah.
So like nothing is earned, whereas I
Right.
think like, and to be fair, like Two Fast and Furious is not great. It's got some quotable lines, but. And I like 3, 4. I think is very boring. I think by 5 they figured out like,
Yeah.
you know what? They concern themselves less with plot.
Yeah.
Like there's still plot in these movies, but they concern themselves more about like, let these be character films, and where can we put these characters that we like into crazier and crazier situations.
Totally. And then I think that's what I love about it so much, and I think that's why it is so successful, because like you're saying, they found the kind of the cream filling of these movies. It's like it's all about the family dynamic. That's why you have so many people going to watch these movies. You look at the cast; it's so diverse. There is there is a representative for each every type of person in this movie almost. So of
Well,
course,
that's the interesting side is Kurt Russell is now the white guy.
right.
Because Paul Walker was the white guy before.
Yeah,
that.
well, and they got Scott Eastwood. I saw Scott Eastwood in there.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think it's a really fun series. I look forward to it whenever it comes out every like 2-3 years.
We got a month. We got 1 month.
Yeah, we got one more month. I can't wait to see it. And right now they got like 10 movies slated altogether. So
Yeah, it's so interesting. I feel like summer always tended to start in May with the Marvel movies, but like so just
Yeah.
when we're recording, Logan was last week. We got King Kong this week. This is out 2 weeks later. Like summer started with Logan.
yeah, no, it really did. And then we've also got Power Rangers coming out. You know, so it's like
Big movie every week now.
big movie, man. And like Deadpool kind of also contributed to that last year with February, and then
Yeah.
BVS in March. So it's like it's not summer season anymore, kids. It's year round.
Summer
season.
year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this reminds me. We're talking about the family stuff. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Lethal Weapon series, where it's
Yeah.
like you just wanted to see those people
Exactly.
get put into different situations.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that's the success of this series is the fact that it's built around a family dynamic. And yes, the scenarios are absolutely ridiculous and absolutely crazy.
Yes.
But that's what people love to go see. They love to go see character dynamics that really, really work, that speak to them, to see themselves represented on the screen and to have fun.
Yeah.
These are popcorn, fun fucking flicks. I love watching them. I'll never get tired of watching these movies, even the ones that are not as good or ones that I don't even consider to be as good, like 2, 4, and 3 to some extent. But they're such a blast.
Yeah, I
you
agree.
can't not have fun watching these movies because like you said, they figured out, they kind of know what they are and they run with it, and good for them. It's super successful. So
Also, I'm all for Kurt Russell being in more.
absolutely, Kurt Russell, Helen Mirren, that's awesome.
So yeah, no Helen Mirren in this trailer.
Not in this trailer, but if she's in the movie,
We know that.
and I think, well, I won't give it away if you don't want to know. I won't say anything. But final thoughts. Super excited. Can't wait to see it. Bought my tickets. I sent everybody an invite to the screening. So
I'll be there.
we're gonna go see it. We're gonna review it, and we're gonna have a good old time with it. So
And we got. Let's put him on blast. Augie's never seen any of these movies.
no,
So
he
y'all
hasn't.
hit up Augie on Twitter. Get him to it.
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to go back and marathon these.
I think we'd even like. 'Cause this is what I did. I think like this is against the Hector Navarro way of doing things. I only saw part 1. I didn't see 2, 3, and 4, and then I heard 5 had The Rock in it, so I went and saw 5.
Yeah.
Wasn't confused. Totally fine. Figured it out.
No,
I
it's-
think like if I was to tell someone, people might be like, I gotta wait to get to 5. Don't worry about it. Watch the first one. You can get who
Yeah.
these characters are. Start with 5. Move forward.
The only other one aside from the first one is maybe 3 because it introduces some characters who show up later, but it's not a necessity.
Right.
It may be just be some nice supplemental material for when you go watch some of the other movies.
Yeah.
That's gonna wrap up for this reaction, guys. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about the Fast and the Furious trailer, Fate of the Furious as it's called now. Any Easter eggs that maybe we didn't catch?
Yeah.
And what are you looking forward to seeing in this movie the most, and where do you hope this franchise goes? Cameron, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Where can everybody find you?
You can find me on twitter.com/Jurassic Alien. Let me know what your favorite moments from the Fast series are.
And you can just find me at Adam Havoc, and of course you can find us here on HyperRPG, youtube.com/HyperRPG. We're also on Twitch, doing 70 hours of live content, twitch.tv/HyperRPG. We'll catch you guys in the next reaction.